You awake?
What?
All right, we're on, buddy.
Is this another podcast?
Yeah, another one. They keep.
I actually got lost in your eyes there for one second.
Thank you.
I'm sorry.
Appreciate it. So we're talking today about the difference between large agency, marketing agency, and small marketing and brand development agency.
All right. Well, right off the bat,
I guess I'm done. Go ahead. That's one difference right there.
The great Rainey asked, "What would you consider a large agency?"
That's a great point.
And that's a good question.
100 plus.
That's pretty big.
That's huge.
So that's
like the one. I'm talking about folks in Boston, bigger markets.
Okay.
So yeah, places where you could get lost in the creative shuffle.
So you're just talking like creative
versus a group like our
agencies,
size,
or just business in general, like big corporations, like
creative agencies, creative marketing, brand development, and so forth. Just some of the differences.
That damn.
Someone brought us joy buzzer.
Apparently, that was the wrong answer.
You're off the game show.
Whoops.
No, some of the differences that you see as an art director. I know it's a little bit obscure, but we have people who have asked us before, clients who have asked us, what's it like to work, for instance, like in an open office with a small,
we do get that
focused team.
A lot of people are surprised when they walk in our office and they see that we're in an open office setting.
Yeah.
And I didn't think that was that big of a deal. I actually like it, as long as everybody's creative and fairly open.
Well, it used to be that, for about 5 years there, it was cool to do the open office. Now it's reverting back to closed offices, and we did it because it was cool, and we were just too cheap to put up walls.
Walls are
no one wanted those damn cubicles.
Walls are expensive.
So what are you going to do? Mm-hmm. Yeah, the open office. I think that is one. Not just an open office, but an open office and having the entire team.
Yeah.
In a larger agency, you have segments. Segmented. You have your copywriters. You would have your graphic designers, your video and photography folks. But with us, it's all in the same room.
There's no
which leads
upper
to
management
well,
at this place.
There is, but no one listens to upper management.
Oh yeah, that's because you're in the same room with them. So hey,
exactly. It's always
give and take.
So that's definitely one difference, which is nice when clients come in. I think they grab a seat and they see kind of the creative brain trust in action and how we go back and forth with ideas. That's where some of the best ideas I've seen come from. Is
I think another one,
the banter.
Yeah, the banter's fun, but that only works if you have the right company.
Yeah,
and
sure.
We're lucky here that we all get along and we can all joke. But I think another big difference between small agency and big agency would be at a small agency, like everybody here, we all wear lots of different hats and we can all do lots of different jobs. And you could argue that's a plus and a negative.
Yeah, absolutely. I would say.
Whereas at a big agency, you have multiple people filling one singular role.
Yeah.
And that comes also with
and you can argue
pros
that's
and
the
cons.
same thing. Yeah, I would agree. I think what I've liked about Bonsai and us growing it together is because we're diverse in our creative skill sets. We've had to learn. The reality is I couldn't just remain a messaging person if I wanted to grow the business, and you couldn't just remain a guy that was amazing with logo illustration if we wanted to grow. So we did. We had kind of learned together, which I think brought us all closer. Marlena came in, is kind of the standard graphic designer. Now she's doing videography. Things like that have made us better. It's also allowed us, I think, to pivot with clients faster, because we all know that a marketing plan is necessary, but it isn't necessarily always the way things work out. You have to pivot. You have to adapt. I see us more as kind of a special forces. You've heard that people say that term before. I don't want to be the Army. I want to be special ops.
Yeah.
And having smaller group, it's a lot easier to navigate that.
Mm-hmm.
Having a smaller group, sometimes bandwidth is tough.
Yeah, that would probably be
right?
That would probably be the con is that your pipeline is
you can
smaller,
only work with a select number. Exactly.
But it is nice that I think in the right situation, you could potentially turn work around faster because you don't got to go to a different person to get a specific job done.
Less
one
resistance.
person could
absolutely.
potentially do 2 or 3 jobs.
Less creative resistance. That's actually a really
and within their own field. Like if I'm working on a logo for a new branding project, I can switch, into web mode, and I kind of already know what I want to do for that website, and I don't have to go to somebody else and explain it and break it all down. I can just do it internally
Now,
myself.
and that was actually, wasn't that your nickname back in high school, web mode? You weren't even
Yeah.
web design. Well, you had that Spider-Man thing
Well,
going.
for a while there
that was weird.
For a while there was DJ web mode, but I realized I couldn't DJ,
Yeah.
so I just went with web mode.
Yeah, that was a little strange. But we're glad you're with us now, web mode.
Yeah.
All right,
It's great.
it.
It's great to be
That's
here.
good stuff, man. It's
Yes.
good to get just kind of beat down every day.
It feels good.
Yeah,
And that only happens in an open office. I mean,
well, that's it.
if I was
Yeah.
stuck in a cubicle,
You
and I
wouldn't
had
get
to
this kind of
just-
harassment.
I
And
could-
God knows I wouldn't.
No.
I mean, I don't have an office. I have I don't even know what you call this place. But I'm happy it's here. That's it. We done.
I think we're tapped.
We're done.
We're done.
All right, it's 3 good episodes. 3 good episodes.